do not do that against
Isn't
Cloud.
that the Mewtwo curse, right? Like
Pretty
they
much,
always
yeah.
pass ledge.
Like characters that have like really big jumps, they just like tend to do that because they can like jump up above the ledge really quick and then like drop back down, if or like drift back.
All right, game 1, standard PS2 to start. I'm curious out of your insight as to if you believe PS2 is a neutral enough stage to be like the standard starter for people.
I don't know, like. Characters that have kill confirms off the top, I think it benefits them a lot because the platforms are slightly higher. Although
Totally.
I'd say that's like pretty much like the only exception to being like unfair for or like better or worse for a character is just killing off the top off the platforms. Like me Brawler, you can kill like 10% earlier with like Thrupper and stuff. DK.
Yeah, that's some gnarly stuff for sure. Something I think about too is like zoners as well, like with such wide stage range, essentially. Like you have more space to work with, whereas like I mean, people have been bringing up more recently of like, oh, I think small battlefield's more of a neutral stage, and in terms of like stage length, that might be a little bit more neutral in terms of people's arguments and stuff. But
one thing I think though sometimes about like zoners on like smaller stages, like once they get their advantage becomes much stronger because you're literally just like locked down against them on stuff like Smashville, because like they have the platform above them, you're stuck on ledge, you have like no room to work with.
So yeah, if they're on point, it's definitely a crazy advantage to work with, for sure. But no stock taken yet, but as soon as I say that, classic Cloud back air comes in clutch for double battery. Just take advantage, but let's see if Penjib can seal out.
Ooh, just barely misses that F tilt.
It's going to take 44.
Wow. Like, I always see like forward air cross slash do that much, but it never does not amaze me that it's just 44 in 2 moves, especially off something safe and big is Cloud's forward air.
Exactly. And they're always fiending for it too. They're like, oh, I'm going to short hop around you. Maybe, oh, am I going to tomahawk grab? Nah, I've been waiting for the forward air this whole time.
Oh, that shadow ball, he threw it out and the sword like clipped it and it extended his hitbox a little bit. Or the extended the hitbox, sorry.
Yeah, but as a reminder to those at home, Super Colonel 44 is AA Battery's coach and is sitting directly behind Penjib. He's just waiting for the
He's waving.
But he's sitting behind Penjib, which is funny.
Yeah.
Oh, no worries. It's just funny. But
Ooh,
I mean,
down
definitely
smash.
has the opportunity to make up some ground here. The standard Cloud barrage of back airs, though. So hard to get out of the corner when that's out.
Oh, that big tail. That was actually so fortunate. He was like all the way through him already and it just caught his tail with the back air.
I'm trying to devise like as to what I should expect matchup-wise in terms of like Mewtwo having to deal with Cloud, because I expect like characters at a good airspeed can kind of run around. Mewtwo's zoning essentially, but also having that huge dish joint allows you to not have to like really throw hands with Mewtwo.
Yeah, I think Cloud's like advantage on Mewtwo is really rough. Like you can't really challenge him, and he just completely outranges you if you do try to.
Yeah. Let's see if Billy Batter can get out of the corner here, or Penjib will seal out the second stock.
Huge.
Coverage.
Hit him out of the jump, even out of the air dodge there. So even if he somehow lived, he would have just like been dead because no jump.
And we got 4 minutes to work with in terms of Penjib making this comeback. It's going to be slower, quick, but yeah, down tilt, tech chase.
Okay, only gets 2% off the nair for the tech chase, but it was still some. Okay, dash attack. All right, just gonna cut straight through the
That was honestly like one of the few very aggressive options we've seen from AA. But all right, let's get game 1 to AA. We'll have a minute for the coaches. Yeah, this is the exciting time where we get to find out if Penjib ends up being able to take some notes from his coach, Chad, who is a player from Bellingham in our kind of just northern region of Washington, who's come down to the greater Seattle area to help coach out. And yes, those in chat, we are sitting on a couch. It is very homey vibes back here at the venue. It's cool too because I mean the venue has been building out some space in terms of renovations. They own like an extra 1,000 square feet or so of space in the building that they're currently in that they aren't utilizing and are slowly building out into. So we were able to make kind of this secluded area for the stream and for the players away from all of the off-stream sets that are going on right now. We have quite a few setups for the off-stream sets, just in a completely different room, huge room, but there's a lot going on in there as well. So I mean, in terms of coaching and stuff, not very conducive for like the stream sets and stuff like that to have if we ended up having to like stream it there. So very grateful for this space, very cool space, and we get a couch to work with, very nice chill vibes, right? But with that, that is the timer for the 1 minute of coaching, and we'll be going on into game 2. All right, one of the coaches. I had more.
That's the second game I've seen him lose, but I know he'll bring it back.
You just keep it tabs now.
Of course, every game that one of my students loses, I feel physical pain.
Damn, really taking it on for it's a very empath vibe. Jeez. All right, bud. Game 2 now. Did you talk about stage selection?
No.
Okay.
I should have.
That's one of the learning curves I think that the coaches are having in terms of the mid-set coaching.
What up?
So. Alright, back into it. I missed what stage we were going to.
I think it was Small Battlefield. He said that earlier that was his comfort stage.
Totally. Yeah, I've heard that from Penjib myself as well. I think it's also like really easy to do the teleport cancels for Mewtwo on this one. And I mean, if you get that saucy movement going with Mewtwo, I'm sure that's a confidence builder as well. So I mean, I'm curious if we can see that at all. But I would understand if he plays pretty cautious. I mean, that grab right there, I think was... These 2 grabs were the first 2 grabs I think we've seen so far, right?
Yeah. But I told him, like, don't be afraid to hold shield against Cloud. Like, he's going to get, like, 2 pummels, a forward throw. That's, like, 12%. So what? Like, it will add up over time, but, towards, like, the later... Ooh. Disable up smash on the tech chase on the platform.
Jeez. That up smash covers so much too. So in terms of comfortability, like the execute doesn't need to be that on point to get the up smash there.
Okay, he read the air dodge there after the down tilt, but just slightly mistimed the shadow ball, so he didn't get anything out of it, which is pretty unfortunate. Alright, rolls on stage, gets caught by the back air. So that could have been an out of Whoa. That could have been an out of shield punish on the... I forget what move it was, but he could have punished it.
Like, definitely was there.
Yeah.
And I was just talking with Seesaw about it in the last set when Seesaw was coaching in terms of like having that stock lead and trying to get a little bit extra credit. And right now having 50 on deck. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought he was below the stage and he teleported onto the stage. That was crazy.
Again. Like, he did it again.
He knows the angles, I guess. That's crazy.
Okay. Cloud potentially had a kill throw there on Mewtwo being as light as he is, but I'm not sure. Regardless, he DI'd like pretty well for what could have killed him.
Alright, cross slash can definitely make some damage deficit there. Okay, did that poke or did he might have dropped?
I think he dropped the shield. Yeah, pretty much like the things I mentioned to him was like, for the most part, the only time he's really getting hit is when AA is coming down with an aerial or a tomahawk. So like I said like most of your focus for this game should just be like avoiding that. I said you could either like spot dodge it because it'll cover both like an aerial and a tomahawk. And like pretty.
Yeah, that makes sense. In terms of feedback, right? Like, did he parry the last hit?
Yeah, he did.
Heck yeah, that's what we like love to see again on matchup.
He knew exactly what he would do as far as recovering there, but he just like didn't pull the trigger on an aerial.
I almost feel like Penjib's getting locked into shield a little bit too much now, where AA is starting to kind of catch on to it. But up
throw, definitely gonna take it.
Yeah, wow.
But yeah, I told him that like at ledge, like I think he should be doing like jump and neutral get up because if he rolls, he's probably gonna get caught by cloud back air because we saw in the first game it literally caught him when he did that, and then. Ooh, gets caught running in with the grab.
And that's me like annoying about it, but like of course like with how big Mewtwo is, it's easy to run into a big sword.
Yeah. Like it's like beating a dead horse about how big Mewtwo is, but like literally that's like the thing to consider.
Yeah, especially with the big sword, like I can put out so many hitboxes at such a big range, big and safe range that I mean it makes sense in terms of Penjib having a really tough time at disadvantage, but. This is where we need to see some clutch moves from Penjib in order to make this a game 3.
Yeah, very close game. Can go either way right now. Penjib just needs like 1 or 2 clean hits and he'll take it, but the same goes for AA's as well. Oh my god. Wow, that
does it.
Great read.
Yeah, massive read. Definitely needed in that situation. And we're going to the game 3. I'll set the timer for the coaches. And I think that I hear... On the other side of the venue, we have a huge TV where spectators can watch the stream. They're like 10 seconds behind us, I think, and I think they were popping off for Penjib's hard call out there to make this a game 3 situation. All right, this is the exciting stuff, right? Like this is again a top 8 qualifying spot. Whoever wins this is guaranteed money. But at this point as well, game 3 situation, obviously adaptation has been set in for both players. I mean, honestly, Double A Battery kind of making some adaptations even just during the second game on his own fruition, and it was looking real good. But I'm curious to see if we're going to see some like very even neutral gameplay from what we saw in the end of the last game, or if one of them kind of just pulls out a little more advantageous. But that is it for the timer for the coaches, and we'll be going into game 3.
All right. You know, I was talking to Penjib, and he actually pointed something out to me. He was like, "What's up?"
All right,
Hey.
hopping on comms for game 3.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
You guys look like you're having a lot more fun.
so you wanted to get in on this?
Yeah.
But yeah, so what Penjib said to me, like before, like the set even started, he said, "Well, I'm gonna wait till
Yeah, wait for
before
that,
I say anything."
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Double A Battery has like his phone and his notes, I think, for like most characters and stuff like that too. So he's always referencing that. And
Double A has the stage list open.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's good. I know that he has like notes and stuff too.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard him say his thing.
What I should have done is I should have tried to VOD review a Penjib set before this.
That's what Aloha was doing.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Literally, I saw him like on the couch with his laptop.
I did
and
too.
His guide, VOD reviewing.
Like we were practicing some things, and then he was like, "I need a break." I should have tried to get some VOD review going. That's what I should have done.
Yeah, that's another like interesting thing to be able to add to your players like
Repertoire.
repertoire essentially in terms of matchup knowledge. Like if you have the time and it doesn't even require conversing with them actively,
yes.
right? Like you can just come in with like, hey, I was watching them play.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Put those
interesting.
headphones on.
Alright, what you got for us, Jack?
Okay. So what Penjib was saying to me before the set, he said generally after Double A gets hit, like pretty much every time he'll just air dodge immediately. I don't know if you've noticed that.
I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
He either does that or he double jumps,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like 50-50, but he doesn't ever attack. Like
Yeah.
I've tried to talk to Nair. Oh no, they went to FD.
I think this is honestly really good for me too.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't want him to go here.
No jump. That's it. Covers. Oh my. 0 to
I
just
did
like
not
that.
want him to go to FD for this.
Yo, what?
Penjib just absolutely opened him up that stock.
That
Yeah.
is massive.
So
He's shielding. I told you he keeps shielding. You have to press the grab button.
before that random hit just came through, I was sensing the JV4. I won't even lie.
No, get out of here.
But yeah.
I mean, with how commanding game 1 was for Double A Battery,
Oh
we
no,
definitely
he's
could see
not
this
listening
be
to
brought
what I've
back,
been
but-
saying. Before this, he's been listening to a lot of what I've been saying, and he's been doing so much better. But that finishing touch right there is proof.
Yeah, I don't know. The game 2 was like pretty commanding. So like after like winning like solidly and then like losing right after, it can like shake up a lot of players. You know?
Yeah, it definitely can. It's shaking up me.
Yeah, it's me too.
It's really hard.
Like only players like
I'm
like
shocked you
super.
dodged that.
Wow.
It's a kill.
Yeah,
No.
don't carry out the final hit of that cross slash.
Grab from both players.
Yo,
Parry down so waits for the jump.
I heard
Oh.
the parry from here across through, like him snapping the trigger there.
You know, Penjib said like he doesn't really. Oh, that could have been a grab and an up throw. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
Wow. Did he burn his? Oh, he did burn his.
Nah. But he said like he doesn't really like parry that much in friendlies, but like it's not something he's opposed to going for, and like he just went for it right there, even though it's like not something that he's
He
practicing.
has to punish these teleports into center.
Definitely.
Yeah, we haven't seen
He's there.
once, like it's. I mean, it's a hard call to go for, but you can get stocks for it, right?
Yeah, and that's death.
Up throw. Yep, that's gonna be it. Mewtwo, like one of the strongest up throws in the game, like one of his best killing options, honestly.
I feel like most of my coaching has been seeing what he's not doing and then telling him how what to do and how to do that.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing about like becoming a better player is just having like adding more situations to your gameplay
Yeah.
that you're like ready for.
And getting lost in it, right? Like setting up those situations. And
Like
a variety
he
of
was not doing tomahawks before today. And
Really?
he is, yeah,
Because your guy's like been landing like a lot of them. So
yeah, exactly. That's like one of the biggest things we practiced.
Yeah, it almost just felt like in terms of adaptation with Penjib, getting all these parries, like it's making double A battery like kind of guess whether or not it's safe or like have to better use his forward airs essentially because Penjib's gotten so many hard punishes off of parrying forward air just from double A just misspacing it just slightly. But tense moments for double A battery at this point. I mean, this is the top 8 qualifying spot.
Yeah.
Penjib is doing a really good job right now of just like
He is.
staying outside of his range, throwing out the shadow balls, and just forcing him to jump.
I know he's really scared to lose this set because of who's awaiting in losers for him.
Wait, which way? For double A?
Double A.
Oh gosh! Oh, man.
He has Oda now.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, a clutch
All right.
2-1 win for Penjib there.
Kind of my bad. I was not a good